West Teacher Feature, and today the teacher we are featuring is teacher at Northwest Kidder Middle School, Mike Knapp. Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And you're a Northwest newbie.
I am. I started second trimester of last year.
Well, it sounds like you've had just about every job in education before you landed at Kidder. Tell us your path to Northwest.
Well, I did 15 years of teaching at Ionia Public Schools, and I taught a bunch of business classes there. And then I went into administration. I was an assistant principal at Ionia High for 5 years, and then I became the principal at Maple Valley for 3. And COVID, there were some budget issues, so they eliminated my position and had the superintendent take over both positions. So
wow.
Then I was back to teaching. I went back to Ionia for about a year. I became the robotics teacher there. And then I live currently in Jackson, so I was driving back and forth from Jackson to Ionia. And my kids go to Northwest, and I wanted to keep getting into the district, and every time there was a posting, there finally was a posting last year that was a Minecraft coding class. I'm like, I could probably teach that class, so I applied, and I was lucky enough to get the job, and I've been there now since last trimester, that second trimester, and I'm very happy to be at Northwest Schools, and it's been a great transition. I love being there.
Great. Well, Northwest loves having you there, and they recommended you today for our monthly teacher feature. When they told us it was Minecraft coding that you taught, I said, what? I know Minecraft is a video game, but what are you doing?
Well, it is a video game. It's one of the second most bought video games ever. So our students know it. They love the game. But what we're doing in there is, it's unique. It's a unique class, one, because of the fact that I don't believe there's many schools, especially middle schools, that have a manufacturing lab like you're seeing in the pictures here.
Where is this?
This is our manufacturing lab right here.
In Kidder?
Right at Kidder, yes.
Oh, wow.
That's the manufacturing lab at Kidder. And but that's unique because, with being industrial arts, a lot of districts, with budget cuts, some of those programs go away. But we've been able to keep it. Now, again, as you can see there, one of the reasons why we're able to keep that program or have the program is because we have a great business partnership with Technique in town here in Jackson. That lab is probably 90% of it's been donated by Technique. Those computer desks that you see there, like my lab where I teach, the Minecraft class is a really small classroom. Well, when they eventually decided to turn that into a computer lab, Technique came in and measured it. They did the specifications. They custom built those computer desks. And then they sent them out. They didn't do the power coding, but then they sent them out to another company in town that painted them. And then they brought them to us, those computers. They funded those, my 3D printers. They supplied all of those things. So us having a business partnership is huge. And I encourage any business to, if they have any ideas on how to partner with a school, get a hold of Jeff Bontrager. He would probably then direct you to the teacher you would get in contact with, or the building principal that would be the most beneficial. But I encourage any business to reach out because there's things that we can do in education that can help them in the future, and there's things that they can help us with. So, field trips and different things and exposures. So, but it's all possible because of that, and it's very powerful.
And for Technique, you can see there's some side benefits when it's time for the kids to graduate and look for jobs. Well, Technique probably will be on the top of their mind.
Yes, and that's what we do. Like, even though my class is called Minecraft Coding, we try to, in the class, even though Minecraft has created like curriculum. So Microsoft is the person that bought Minecraft, and they've created a curriculum for us. Mm-hmm. But we've also said, well, we're not just going to do the Minecraft coding curriculum. We try to add, since we have a STEM program at Jackson Northwest, and then we have that manufacturing cluster at the middle school, because we have we have 2 manufacturing classes that students can take, and then we have the Minecraft coding, and that allows, we have that partnership with them, and then I try to incorporate other things as well, like the engineering design process. We do some 3D printing, and then we also use a program called SolidWorks, which is a CAD program that they use right at Technique, and that's what we try to tell our students as well. It's like, you're going to get this skill right now, but then let's say you don't want to go to college, you want to get a skilled trade instead. You then can say, you could go to Technique and say, I've already used SolidWorks, and that's what we're trying to do. Not every student says they want to go to college, but what we want to try to do is make sure they're college or career ready. And we feel that by having that manufacturing cluster, that allows us to foster that. Because even if we're learning problem solving skills, that's something a college student is going to use, and so on. So that's why I feel it's just a unique class, and kids really like it. It's fun. And that's sort of how education is too. Think of when you were learning, you learned best, or you had the most fun learning while you were playing. Well, in education, we do a lot of hands-on stuff early in education, but as they get older, it starts to get more and more of set and get, where the teacher's up lecturing, and then we sort of wonder why kids sort of get I don't want to do this. Well, because they were used to hands-on. So the Minecraft classes, we try to make sure that it's hands-on, they're collaborating, and they're playing at the same time.
So coding, Minecraft coding, what are they coding? Are they coding game fields or?
Yep. Well, so how it works is Microsoft has set up 3 different versions of how to code in it. We start out so a person could take my class more than one time, but we start out with what's called block coding. So they just learn how to block code, and block coding is like they might have if-then statements or whatever type of statements, and you just drop the block of code in. Mm-hmm. Now we teach them what that block of code does, but the beauty of block coding too is if the block won't work with that block, it won't let it connect. So, but what Minecraft has done, you're right, what Minecraft has done is, since all those kids have played that game, Minecraft has now said, all right, the game's already coded for what we've done. Mm-hmm. Now they've let us have a little way that we sort of can break into the program, and then we can code our own things. So really what a student can do is they learn the logic, they learn the language, but then they control the game. So that's what makes it powerful, is because since they know the game and they know things that they want to do, so then they learn to code it, and so they sort of make the game their own.
So you're tricking the kids.
A little bit, a little bit.
So they see, I'm great at Minecraft, I love the game, and there's a class about Minecraft, I should take it.
Yeah.
Is that the way, as an ulterior to get the kids interested in? Yeah,
yes, that was part of the push too, because if you think about it, coding's everywhere. I'll give you an example, and I give this example to my students. To get into the building every day, I have a key card. Mm-hmm. You don't think, most people don't go, oh, that's coded. Well, yeah, it is, because that key card reader has software that's running that key card reader, and it's just an if-then statement. When I put my key card up there, do I have access to the middle school? If the answer is yes, then open the door. If the answer is no, don't open the door. Well, but that happens instantaneous. Mm-hmm. So there's an example. I mean, you watch Netflix, that's all coded because it's all web-based. So our goal was that too, is that we wanted to start a Minecraft class that would get students to want to code, since it's such a important field. And we were, to be honest too, we were trying to get more females involved too, because in the coding business, not a lot of females take coding. So we are, not that we go market for females, but we wanted to do it where all kids were interested, and so we're hoping, and it is about 50-50 in my classes, but we just want to get people to be interested in coding.
So they can take your class more than once, so there's like an advanced version of it?
Well, right now we still only have it where we call it just Minecraft coding, but I have the ability, if I can tell if you've already taken it the first time and you've already done the block coding, the second round of it is taking it and then they learn how to Java code. And again, JavaScript coding is on websites. It's not, your cell phones, depending on the app or whatever app that was made for your phone, it might be in Java. But again, so they're just learning another language. So we start them out baby steps, and then they code.
So coding, obvious skill that they learn in your class. What would you say, so someone, when it's time to do the resume, what are they putting on that resume that reflects the education they got from you?
So yeah, they would say like they have experience in JavaScript coding,
Okay.
and then they would be able to list like what examples they've done. And then, you know, what you always do in like those type of fields is like eventually you create a digital portfolio and you have actual, like you'd have a program or whatever it is that you have done, you would be able to show that to your employer.
It sounds like you're very excited about it. Is that, do you have an interest then in, or did you have to learn what you have to teach now?
I did have to learn a little bit of what I teach now, but I like being an elective teacher for 15 years, I probably in 15 years taught probably 17 different classes. And one of them was web page design. Well, there's Java coding and web page design. So I knew coding, but you know, you always have to freshen up and learn new things. But the curriculum is a pretty canned curriculum, and it's really well done. Microsoft, you know, with Bill Gates is behind it, and that his corporation, they have great materials for teachers. They have tons of cross-curricular things. Like one of the things that I do too is I email staff, and I'll say, hey, science teachers, or I just say all core teachers, we've done a lot of our coding now, but there's like games that you can load. Like let's say you're going to do the periodic table. Well, another science teacher has created a lesson on how to learn the periodic table using Minecraft. So like I can email a staff and say, what units are you guys covering right now? The science teacher is teaching the content of whatever it is teaching. I can go and find a lesson that deals with that, and like I give students choice. And like we do 1 day a week where, all right, you've got to go find another core curricular activity. Now, if I know what teachers are covering that week or in the next month, then I can say, well, hey, I know your teachers are going to be covering this topic. So then I can give them that game for the day, and they learn a little bit about that other core curricular area. So it is a really great program because of the fact we can code and we can do other disciplines.
Well, if the students are as excited as you sound, they're getting a lot out of it.
Yes, they are, but they're having fun at the same time. And I'll admit, like it's very popular right now. We'll see after a few years of it, it might lose its appeal. But right now, it's a pretty hot class.
Awesome, great to have you on our show today.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for doing such a great job with the kids at Northwest Kidder Middle School, Minecraft coding class teacher at Northwest, Mike Knapp. Up next.